You pray to the Buddha, do I have to become Buddhist? If you pray to the Buddha, do I have to become Buddhist? What does the color at the mean? Rachel and Jackie. What does color means? Well, I always have this kind of question. Why does the color mean red? If it is in blue, you would say, why is it in blue? If it is in green, why is it in green? We like it in red. Don't you like red? No, there's a lot of traditional meaning behind it. Why don't you Google it and find out? Certain culture has certain colors to them. Every color is beautiful. Every color. So you Google into it and try to find out what's the relationship between a culture and colors. It's very interesting. And if you pray to the Buddha, do I have to become Buddhist? I don't understand what you mean. If you pray to the Buddha, do I have... You mean if you pray to the Buddha, do you have to be a Buddhist? You don't have to be a Buddhist to pray to the Buddha. Sometimes we say, throw away the Buddha. Throw away that word Buddhist. It impurifies you. It pollutes your mind. That word Buddha pollutes your mind. Throw it away. Only until you throw it away, then you become fully enlightened. We only need that Buddha to get onto the path. We only need the boat at Nanaimo to get to Victoria. When you arrive at the shore of Victoria, you got to get rid of that boat. You can't hang on to the boat. Don't you want to walk ashore? No, I want the Buddha. I want the boat. Then you can't get ashore. Get rid of it. Get rid of the Buddha. So if you pray to the Buddha, do I have to become Buddhist? No, you don't have. You don't need to become a Buddhist. Get rid of that word Buddhist. We don't need it. It pollutes your mind. It pollutes my mind too. Next question. Dear Abbot, can you tell us about the Buddha to the left of the monitor? Of the monitor? The Buddha to the left? Oh, that right? Right there? Oh, that was from a route. I remember about 8 years ago, I was traveling in Guangzhou, and then I went to a market. And in the market, I saw something like this in the market. I said, I like it. Can you carve me another one? And that guy said, no, because that was from the root of a gigantic tree thrown onto the highway, and then we got that root and we carved it. If you want to carve another one, then we'll have to go to the territories near Mongolia, because they have a lot of gigantic trees. They open up new roads and they throw this root onto the road, and if you want one, we can carve one for you. So I said, okay, then carve one for us. So after 1 year, I thought he didn't mean what he said. But after 1 year, he sent it over with an invoice. Of course. You think it is free? No. With an invoice. So I pay for it. Huh? How much? Is not that much. Yeah, not that much. I think about 1,000 or 2,000. 1 or 2. But it's worth a lot now. It's from the root of a gigantic tree. So that's the laughing Buddha, or somebody call it the Buddha, the future Buddha, the Buddha of happiness. He's always laughing. When you walk into the temple, you have both sides avenues of palm trees, and in the center there's a shrine with a laughing Buddha. Do you remember walking into the temple and the laughing Buddha? That's our public relations manager. Oh, of course, he's laughing, smiling to everybody. He never raises his eyebrow with anger. He always welcomes you. It's a welcoming smile. How can you not welcome anybody if you're standing right at the entrance? When you're standing right at the entrance of the shop, do you have to extend your smile to customers? So that's our public relations manager. And he has been a public relations manager for centuries. Almost in every temple, every Chinese temple, they've got this public relations manager. Here's one in here. Yeah. No, I'm not kidding you. Public relations is important. Next question. Venerable, could you please explain how a person can be successful in business and build good karma? What is the key intention? Good question. I was a business major, and I still remember about 3 years ago I gave a course right at the meditation hall, a full-day course for 16 professors from famous universities in China. Simon Fraser organized this together with Certified Management Accountant Association. 16 professors came over, and I gave a course on how do you apply Buddhism to management. And there's so many, Buddhism can be applied, even almost every aspect of Buddhism can be applied to management. So, but I can't just talk about everything, so I use the 6 parameters to talk about business. You know the 6 parameters? You know parameters? Paramita means carrying you from one place to another, from a place of confusion to a place of enlightenment. That's paramita. So there's 6 methods to carry you from confusion to enlightenment. So I use this for the course, 6 parameters. The first one is charity. The second one is morality. The third one is forbearance or endurance. The fifth one is diligence. The fourth one is diligence. The fifth one is concentration. The sixth is wisdom. You need these 6 parameters to be enlightened according to the Buddhist teaching. How do we apply charity to commerce, to business? Charity. Charity is to give out. Charity is to consider not your own needs, but the needs of the customers. You have to satisfy the customers. You have to be generous. You have to think about a whole macro. You have to think about the macroeconomics of the community in order to make your company successful. In other words, your mind has to be broad and generous, that it includes customers' needs, not just the needs of your own company. What is the objective? The objective is to satisfy the needs of the customers. It's not the needs to do a good financial statement, to increase your own profit. If your company's policy is just to increase your own profit without giving out to the society as a whole, you can never be a successful company. A successful company would embrace the whole society, not just yourself, not just your shareholders. So that's charity. That's to give out. No, it would take me half an hour, so I'm not going to go on. No, I'm not going to go on. So next time, yes?
There's the book, The Diamond Cutter.
Yeah.
About the monk who gave up his robes.
Yeah.
Started a diamond business in New York City. Made it several $100 million a year business. Gave it up, put his robes back on, and went back to his practice.
Yes. Read that book, Diamond Cutter. That monk, he used Buddhism in his own business of making diamonds, jewelry, and he made hundreds of millions. And he donated all to charity, put his robe on, and returned to his temple to be the monk. And there's another book, The Monk Who Gave Up His Ferrari. That could be just a fiction, I don't know. It was a fiction. Yeah. So read that book and it explains all. The diamond cutter. Next question. What determines how long we remain in ignorance? You determine how long you remain in ignorance. Not God. Not the Buddha. Not your mom and dad. Not your wife either. Or your husband. You depend how long you stay in your ignorance. You don't want to stay in there for too long. Because why? Ignorance would lead to what? Sufferings. Do you want to suffer? Do you know that this is a world of sufferings? And some people say, no, this is not. I feel happy. I'm happy. Now you may be happy. What about tomorrow? When death, sickness, aging is always confronting you, how can you be happy? When you know that you're going to die one day, when you know that you're going to be sick, when you know that you're going to be aging, when you know that you have all these problems that have to be resolved, when you know that if any member of your family comes up with a problem, you will have that worry in you that would make you suffer. You suffer not just because of yourself, because of your family members too. When you have all that in mind, how can you be happy? Yes, you can be happy when you're watching TV for half an hour, or when you do things that, I don't know, that satisfy your senses. But that happiness is just like honey on a sharp light knife. You see a knife with honey on it, and you lick it. You may have that short period of honey sweetness, but you cut your tongue. If you say, I have the faith that I want to turn ignorance into wisdom, I want to turn ignorance into prajnaparamita, you have that determination. That determination determines how long you will get out from ignorance. Do you have that determination? I want to get into the Buddhist teaching to know more about it. I want to get out from ignorance. Do you have that determination? Or you don't really care? Or you don't know, you just simply don't know. You just live your life from day 1 to day 2, and morning breakfast, afternoon lunch, evening dinner, next day go to work again. You work for your family, for your boss, and you go down on this decade, another 30 years, you will be 80 years old, and then you will go to a nursing home, and unfortunately you may have a stroke, nobody cared, and one day you died. Is that all life is all about? Don't waste your life. Get rid of the ignorance. Don't waste time. We haven't got any time to waste. We have to enlighten ourselves. Get out from samsara. Get out from life and death. Don't just hang on to it. We want to get out from the prison. Nobody can help you. You help yourself. Don't live in that comfort zone of ego for too long. You're too comfortable in there. Get out from there.